What's going on, guys? BriarRabbit here, and you'll notice this gameplay is a little different. It is the first gameplay I've actually put on my channel with a diamond gun. I can't believe it took me this long. We are like 10 days away from the release of Call of Duty Ghosts, and I am just finally getting around to getting diamond guns on Black Ops 2. I don't know why it took me so long. I just wasn't really that interested in it, right? I wasn't interested in going through all the challenges to get them all, but kind of as the game progressed and you know, the game became more familiar, I was looking for new things to do, so I finally got around to actually trying to use weapons I didn't like to get them gold and to satisfy the requirements to get the diamond guns. Now that I've got it, it's turns out it's not that big a deal. So anyway, this video isn't about the gameplay. It's going to be a bit of a Q&A. It's going to be both a call to action for the subscribers to give me some more questions for a Q&A, and also I'm going to answer some of the questions that I've seen pop up from time to time. These are kind of generic questions. What I'm looking for out of you guys is something a little more specific, stuff that you actually want to have me answer. And when you think of something like that, just put it right in the comments of this very video, and the next time I do this, I'll answer those specific questions. The questions I'm going to answer today are really generic. They're things that I've seen pop up from time to time. I'm not going to attribute them to any particular subscriber. I'm just going to read off the questions and answer them. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys have more questions, like I said, just put them right down in the comment section. I hope to do this, I don't know, once a month. If it's just really popular, I'll do it more frequently, but I think it'll be like a once a month thing, just to kind of give you guys an update on what you guys are interested in. So let's get started. The first question I always get is, what's your setup? How are you doing your recording? What are you recording on? What kind of computer? What kind of software? So this can be actually really boring to people who aren't interested in it, so I'm going to go over it super fast. I use an Elgato Game Capture HD for my video game recording. I use it for both the PS3, the Xbox 360, and hopefully I'll be using it for the PS4 and the Xbox One, although with the PS4 in particular, it's a little questionable about when we'll actually start being able to record footage off of that thing. I'm hoping that they update the firmware for the PS4 at launch, and that we'll be able to start recording it right away. But we'll have to see. But yeah, I use the Game Capture HD. It works really well. It records up to 1080p at 30 frames per second. I'd like to see them either update this device to do 60 frames per second or release a new device that is capable of that. But other than that, I have no complaints. The software is great. It actually allows you to go back in time. So if you get a great gameplay that you want to post, but you weren't recording, you can actually kind of rewind it and start the recording, which is a really great feature if you're playing a lot. Next, let me finish answering that question. I also use a MacBook Pro. It's an old MacBook Pro. It's a 2010 model. I've done quite a few upgrades. I've maxed out the RAM, it's only capable of 8 gigs of RAM. I've replaced the hard drive with an SSD. I removed the optical drive and put in a 1 terabyte data drive in there. I use this thing. It works pretty well, but at this point, it's really limited by the processor. I'd like to do more videos, at the same time at higher qualities, but as it is, it takes me about an hour and a half to render each video, and I'm not even maxing out how good Final Cut can make these videos look. The software I use, obviously, is Final Cut. I used to use iMovie. It just wasn't powerful enough. I did check out the new version of iMovie that was just released on Tuesday, and basically it's more of the same. There's a new user interface, but there was nothing that would make me move away from Final Cut. Final Cut is really a pro tool, and it works great, so I've been really happy with Final Cut. Next question, which next-gen consoles are you getting? I'm getting both. I know that's a cop-out answer, because people want, they want either validation or to what their purchase will be, or they just want help deciding. But I'm definitely getting both, mainly because I'm a YouTuber, and I want to be able to record both. Whatever games come out, I'd like to be able to record them. I think that I'm more excited for the PlayStation 4 hardware, because I think it's more powerful. It just looks stunning. I can't wait to get my hands on it. But at the same time, I'm more excited for the software that's coming on the Xbox One, such as Titanfall and this is kind of a cop-out too, but Call of Duty Ghosts is getting the DLCs sooner. on the Xbox One. So that, you know, I want to be able to play the DLC as soon as possible, obviously. So it's coming out sooner for the Xbox One. That makes me more excited for the software side of the Xbox One. Oh, my phone just dinged. Sorry about that. So really, it's a cop-out. I mean, the PS4, the software titles that I'm really looking forward to, like Watch Dogs and Drive Club, both got delayed. I am looking forward to Killzone somewhat, but I haven't been a huge Killzone fan in the past. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But right now, I'm planning on buying both. Next, how many kids do you have? I've made a few videos with the kids over the past year, and people kind of ask about the kids every once in a while. I'm sure it's in a non-pedo way. At least that's how I'm going to take it. So I have 2 kids, but they're not my kids. I will be their stepfather come May when I marry their mother. We currently all live together, so I have taken on a fatherly role. But I will be their stepfather in May once I marry Jan, who you've heard on the channel as well. I'm pretty excited about that. What I really want to do is adopt them. Their father, well, I'm not going to talk about that too much, but yeah, I'd like to become their legal father. I don't know if that's in the cards or not. You know, there's a lot of hurdles in the way for that. But that would make me very, very happy. Why did you start YouTube? This one is easy for me. I love gaming, and I love talking about gaming. I get really excited about it. It's a passion of mine. It has been since I was a kid. And in my life, I don't have any real-life friends who are also into gaming. It's always been that way for me. When I was a kid, you know, I had some friends that were kind of casually into it, but not as much as I was. Most of my friends actually come from either high school, jobs I've had in adulthood. And so these are friends that are my friends because we were in close proximity in meat space, right? It's like they were not they didn't become my friends because we shared common interests. That's annoying. They were my friends because we had close proximity. So when I started watching YouTube, I started watching YouTube in the Modern Warfare 2 era when you know, I wanted some tips on how to get better at the game, and I turned to YouTube like I often do for anything I want to learn. And I started seeing these people who were talking about the game, talking about all sorts of gaming related stuff, and I became really interested. I really had a good time watching it, and then I continued watching it through Black Ops 1, and then the first time I started making videos was in the Modern Warfare 3 era, and I liked it. What drew me to it is that I finally had an outlet for all the excitement I have for video games, and it was really exciting for me. I really like getting into the comments and discussing things with people. But, you know, I've never in my entire life had an outlet for my excitement for video games. And, you know, I really like the technology, like kind of the hardware aspect of stuff with video games. And I've never been able to find a good source for it on the internet. So I decided I'm going to focus on that. That's what one of my focus is to be with this channel. So that's where I am headed with with the hardware stuff in this channel. But that's really why I started YouTube, because I got inspired by people who were doing it, and I'd never been able to really talk to people about my passion before, and this just turned out to be the perfect opportunity to do that. So that's going to wrap this one up. Again, if you guys have any questions for me, put them in the comments of this video. The next time I do one of these, I will pull the questions directly out of the comments. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.